fuck's sake! We're running out of time!
I told you not to play all that Black Ops 6.
But it was double XP weekend,
Fuck off, voices in my head. Oh hey, what's happening fuckers? I'll be real with you, I'm in a real bind here. So this nutcase asks me to review his game, for the price of a crisp £5 note. But I'm way behind schedule, and I'm sure he's coming to my house right now, to break my legs.
Oh shit, it's him! We're totally fucked!
Let's hope that Boo's addled brain of ours can come up with a plan.
Okay, let's just shit out what we got. So fellas, today we're looking at Deadpool, a uniquely irreverent romp of a game, which will set you back nearly £500 today. So let's get into it. Released in
2013.
Deadpool is a third-person action title, which attempts to combine hack-and-slash gameplay, third-person shooting, and near-fatal levels of complete brain rot. In this game, if you couldn't tell already, you play as Deadpool, as he stars in his own video game, in which he is tasked with defeating Mr. Sinister, this goofy-looking lad, and his army of various clones. But frankly, the game has as much respect for its own plot as you'd expect from Deadpool, placing greater emphasis on cramming as many gags, buffoonery, and boobs into the story as it physically can. Gameplay places focus on building up combos using both melee and ranged attacks, similar to Bayonetta or DMC2, while offering a number of melee and ranged weapons, each with their own pros and cons. These combos consist of light attacks, heavy attacks, and Arkham-style counters, with more combos unlocked as you progress. On an unrelated note, as alluded to earlier, this game is not available for purchase legitimately, due to, quote, licensing issues. So unless you fancy some swashbuckling, the one way to play Deadpool is by purchasing a key online. And fuck me, look at those prices. Deadpool works well, because it understands something a lot of games somehow manage to get wrong. Shooting and stabbing shit is fun. In Minecraft, the game's combat is incredibly satisfying, at both short and long range, and the variety of weapons available give you greater choice in how you approach each encounter. My favorite weapons are these things, what the game dubs, which are both really good at building up combos, and really fucking fun to use. The grenades are also pretty decent, but I have no footage of me using them, because I kept forgetting they were in the game. But above all, Deadpool excels in its sense of humor. The jokes are dumb, and I love it, because I'm fucking dumb as well. While I accept that some of it hasn't aged well, like the Exhibitio dog reference, it moves at a decent pace, and doesn't linger on any one joke for too long. And since the game lasts around 7 hours, it wraps itself up before it starts getting annoying. The humor has a distinct meta quality to it, which I quite enjoy, unsurprising for a character that breaks the fourth wall every time he fucking breathes. What's also surprising is the, oh shit, wait, 1 second.
Hey, I'm Nathan Drake. If you're the...
There we go. Anyway, the biggest issue that Deadpool suffers from is a lack of polish, feeling somewhat underdeveloped in a number of places. The biggest of these issues is the camera, which at times can be quite difficult to control, often shitting its pants during fights against larger groups of enemies. Beyond this, the issues are fairly minor. These include the button for the game's counter being the same one as for the teleport, which can be quite frustrating, and the lock-on while shooting, which decides to go wonky as all hell, which is somehow even more frustrating. Additionally, Deadpool's gameplay can get repetitive at points, and perhaps doesn't do enough to keep its gameplay fresh, often leading you to pray for goofy shit to start happening. The game's boss fights are the most obvious example of this, failing to offer either an engaging challenge, or even an impressive spectacle. Another aspect of the game which exacerbates this issue is the enemy variety. I understand that cloning plays a major role in the game's story, but honestly, it starts to get old killing the same guys over and over again, even when it's the funny jump streeter. In terms of its presentation, Deadpool is a game that excels in some places, but falls short in others. The character models look great, offering a style that's a nice mix between comic book and realistic, while being charmingly expressive, Deadpool's model especially. I do like the way Deadpool's model takes damage during combat, even if the skin does look a bit like spam. However, the game's environments always felt a bit bland, offering up the standard settings, whether it be an abandoned city, an ancient underground tomb, or the dirty sewers, while never really doing anything cool with them. In terms of soundtrack, Deadpool offers a score with decent variety, even if it's often drowned out by gunfire and one-liners. The music is solid, it's somewhat generic, but really shines during combat, when the guitars kick in, which always works when paired with gameplay like this. It should also be noted that Nolan North, who voices Deadpool, and is the voice of everyone in every video game ever, does a great job managing to take a character that could have been really fucking annoying, and delivers it in a fun and charming way. Well done, Mr. North. Now please stop, you've done quite enough. Overall, Deadpool is a thoroughly enjoyable title, though not one I would recommend to everyone. The gameplay is pretty decent, though is at times carried by its sense of humor, so I wouldn't recommend it if that's not your thing. I still don't think it's worth £700 though, but I'm sure you can solve that problem yourselves. Anyway, I'll be off now. Blah, 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 blah. Well, that's that then. I'm glad nobody cares when the videos come out, that'd be quite scary. Well shit.